All right, good morning, everyone. It is 8:59 on the morning of December 13th, 2021, and this is my pre-market strategy session. So the first thing that I have up here is SGMA. Now, SGMA, I actually watched this thing on Friday, and I didn't get into it. And it's too bad because it put in some really nice moves here and gave entries too. It's just by the time that it started moving, like really and hitting the scanners and stuff, it was the end of the day. And I was looking at a different trade anyway. Actually, I traded the SPY at the end of the day on Friday. Okay, so SGMA today, post market on Friday went up to as high as 18 bucks. Opened around 17, the mid 17s this morning, and has been kind of just trailing off. I put this Fibonacci on it. This is the high on Friday, and I extended my Fibonacci down to the bottom of December 6th. Now this thing's popping up because here we go. Sigma-Tron International reports higher fiscal Q results, shares up over 20%, and it also gave forward guidance that is. Though the company remains negatively affected by the persisting disruptions in the electronic components market, according to Sigma-Tron CEO Gary Fairhead, the results were driven by growing demand from existing and new customers. So, you know, it's actually, let's see what it is actually. Electronic components. So it's bound to be a chip maker. Yeah, I don't know what it does. Anyway, it really caught a bid on Friday. It was enough for it to look like a momentum stock. Let's see. Yeah, it only has 4.285 million shares outstanding. So this thing really could move if sellers come in, you know, small with a small outstanding share size like that. The selling and the buying can be exaggerated on the price action. The price action can get exaggerated to the upside and the downside. So today I have orders to enter this thing around the 61.8. I have them ready in case this thing really just like opens up and sells off. I think that it'll catch a bid and continue. It didn't on Friday. This thing wasn't showing any signs of weakness. That could change today. But in my opinion, when something moves up like this in regular trading hours, when this thing started at 11:40, and it reported in the middle of the day too, which is kind of strange. Hang on, SGMA. Here we go. Yeah, it reported at noon, and so on the 10-minute here, you can see it started popping up before noon. Somebody knew something. So I don't know. We'll see what it does today. I think it'll probably give an entry. Where that entry is exactly, I'm not sure. The Fibonacci levels, though, you know, they're a good guide. So that's what I'll be using. All right. I have I didn't list this on the title of the video. Sorry, I've got something popping up on my screen over here. All right. I didn't list PTPI. I did list BFRI, and I didn't list IINN. And that's because these things are showing a different pattern. I just kind of have them up on watch. That way, if they start hitting the scanner this morning or this afternoon, I don't have to do anything to pull up the charts. So BFRI is the one this morning that's popping up. Looks like it's actually PTPI is popping up 23%. So here it is on the 10-minute. It closed on Friday down here at 267. It's opening up about 60 cents higher this morning. Will it catch momentum, volume, and so on and so on? I don't know. Not sure. Doubt it. But here it is on watch. So, and then there's BFRI. BFRI closed Friday at 534. Here it is opening up about 75 cents higher. If it opened up right now, it would open up about 75 cents higher. Significant move on a small cap. Will it do anything today? Will it catch momentum and really start to run? I don't know. Just in case it does, you know, I have it on watch. And here, actually, this is actually an interesting formation right here. On the daily, we have a little bit of a cup and handle. in the making, it looks like. You know, it's a small cap. Will it get that high? I don't know. Not sure, but interesting in any case, worth watching. All right, HOG just announced that it is going to somehow go public with its electric motorcycle business through a SPAC merger. So here's HOG this morning. HOG is up 13.15% this morning pre-market, and I put a Fibonacci on this thing back here on the 29th of October. I don't remember doing that. So when I pulled up this chart, this Fibonacci was already here. It seems to be, doing a pretty decent job of measuring price activity here. So at 1.618 is the Fibonacci level, and that price is $41.38. You can see here at pre-market, it's about 30 cents higher than that. So I don't know how this is going to play out. I mean, it really could go, really high. I mean, Harley-Davidson has taken a little bit of a beating in recent years because they have somewhat lost their American allure. The company has moved its manufacturing out overseas. There aren't as many Harley-Davidson manufacturers here in the United States. I haven't kept up with the exact numbers, but they're basically doing what everybody else is doing as far as being able to do some offshoring of labor costs. So here it is in this really rather sustained and significant downdraft here. In 2014 to, that's interesting. Look at that. Look at that trend line. Let me make it a little bit bigger for people on small screens. So, yeah, all right. Harley-Davidson, it's on watch. It's popping up this morning. It might give a momentum trade. It has too many shares really for it to be. It has 153 million shares outstanding. Its float is probably in the tens of, easily, certainly in the tens of millions. I don't know exactly what it is, but so I'm not really interested in playing HOG as much as I am IMPX, the SPAC that it's going to merge with. There ought to be a pretty decent run-up on IMPX today. There ought to be some activity on it. If it starts to trade, and SPACs can start trading fairly quickly. This has 50 million shares outstanding. So if it starts hitting the scanner, starts making some noise, then I'll look for an entry on it. TGLS. So I subscribe to Meet Kevin on YouTube, and Kevin did a little blurb about how the SEC is going to start looking into these short analysts. And Technoglass has recently been hit with a lawsuit by, let's see, here we go. Technoglass accused by short seller Hindenburg Research of faking significant portion of revenue, shares plummet. So apparently there's somewhat of a conspiracy behind this that the SEC deems significant enough to investigate. So I don't know what's going to happen with it. It's this is just up on watch. Not even for a prospective short or long idea. I just want to see what happens. I just want to see what happens given the news of the SEC investigating these short analyst companies that then coordinate with hedge funds and so forth. Okay. So then let's go to the broader indices here. It's on Bitcoin right now, so let's go ahead and put Bitcoin up. Bitcoin neutral here in between until Bitcoin can close back up above 52,956 and then hold it. Bitcoin is neutral, in my opinion, between 42,000 and 53,000. In my opinion, buying Bitcoin. If Bitcoin ever gives 42,000 again, buying Bitcoin down here at 42,000 will be the play. So in my opinion, buying as close to 42,000 and waiting for it to come back up here to 53 is probably the best strategy on it right now. Okay, the SPY, if the SPY opened up right now, it would open up 0.12% higher than its previous close. And it is creeping up toward all-time high territory here. 470.65 is sort of the leading edge here on the 5th of November. $470.65 is kind of the level that's being played with. Now, it closed higher than that on Friday. So I imagine 470.65 will be a spot for a test today in regular hours, and then a close over. So let's see, probably looks something like this today. And so it dipped down below, close back above, confirmation, and then a move higher. The entry will be on the move higher for the break, wherever this is today. If it gets up to that point and pushes higher, then that's where the trade is. But we'll see. That's not exactly how I like to play the SPY. I prefer to use the relative strength indices on the 1 minute and the 10 minute, and when those correspond with the VIX, and it'll be opposing. They're inverse. Entries, and I'd be looking for a long entry here. So once the volatility index goes into overbought on the 1 minute and 10 minute, and that coordinates with the SPY being in oversold on the 1 minute and 10 minute, and coming out, each of them coming out of their respective levels, then that's an entry for me. Tends to work well. So yeah. All right, everybody, good luck out there. Keep your wrists tight. Click like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, tap the bell, and I will see you at the recap. I am out.